A flash happens in a dark alley. No one's around to see it. A lady appears. Black sunglasses. Long black hair tied back. She looks around. How long of a wait do I have? You seem to have 24 hours of a wait. 24 hours? Wow. What, that's like 3 zettabytes? Approximately. We shall definitely move on in quite some time. Alright. Business as usual? It's Krothkin on this world. Of course, he has a penchant for being on every world we investigate. Make sure we subscribe to his videos and like them all, okay? Very good, Jade. Let's find me unable to comply. You don't exist yet. I don't exist yet? No. You seem to have someone else around that does. Look around the corner. She looks around the corner. They're in a dingy, dark part of the city. Not very much upper class. She looks down the corner. There's a guy scratching himself, obviously looking uncomfortable in this situation he's in. Deo's voice chimes in on her sunglasses again. That is Lee Jade. Lee Jade? He's so young. How is he? Alright. Well, we'll figure all that out after you get all the information you need. Is there anything I need to be aware of? Not at this moment. If he stays where he is, then in several hours, police will pick him up. Police are going to pick him up in a few hours, so he's obviously in some trouble. There's always trouble around you. Well, the fun of fixing it is the fun of this job, isn't it? Right, fun. Don't break the sunglasses. I'm not going to break the sunglasses or the other tools the industry gave. Very good. They wait there about 30 minutes. See what he's doing. He's giving out white packets of things to people. They finally step in. Lee's standing there, seeing this woman approach him. Hey, you want to buy some stuff? She's like, no, I want to get you out of here. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in taking care of this stuff that I have here. If you know what I mean. I know exactly what you mean, Lee. I want to get you in a situation that isn't this one. How do you know my name? Are you some kind of a cop? No, they're coming later. Right now, I need to get you out of here. Come with me so we can get out of this situation. Look, I'm supposed to stay on this corner. If they find out I'm not selling, they're gonna get me next. They're gonna take hours to find out that you're not in this corner selling things. And they're gonna take longer to find you and get you. And by then, we can figure out what we're doing. Let's go get some food and just relax for a bit and talk about what's going on so we know what to do next. All right, well, you're a lovely lady and I guess I can spend some time with you. It's not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, great. Come with me. They go off together to a little diner that Lee knows down the way. They go in there, they get some coffee. She looks at him. Lee, what are you into? What is all of this about? Puts his head down, looks at his coffee, says, look, I'm in some trouble with some people that aren't the nicest. And I need to pay them back for some money they lent me so I can get my girl taken care of. Look, your girl, is that Mimi? Lee looks at her strangely again and goes, yeah, it's Mimi. Alright, that's great. I'm glad you and Mimi are together. Now that that's figured out, how much do you owe? I owe a lot, and these aren't the people that are gonna simply take payment and walk away. If they don't consistently see me doing good on their end, they're not gonna let me go. Why is it every time I find myself with you people. You keep getting yourself in trouble. Deo chimes into that, almost thinking he's being asked a question. Seems to be your lot in life to get in trouble. Isn't that how you found me? She says audibly. Not now. Lee looks at her. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry about that. Sometimes I get a bug in my ear. Look, we obviously need to take care of this situation completely. So tell me where you make the money drops. I'll go there, I'll talk to them, and I'll get you out of this completely. Would all the people that recognize you be where you put the money? Yeah, they definitely would be where I bring the money, but how are you going to take care of it? This is a lot of people there that we're talking about. She puts her arm in front of her, gives a little smile. Taking care of people is part of what I do. Lee leans back on his chair, says, all right, if you're sure. Lee tells her where the money drop is. Lee stays there. Lee doesn't go with her at all. She goes up to the waitress, pays the tab, gives her a good tip, and gives her some extra money just in case Lee ends up wanting anything else while he's there. She writes a note to him saying, if you need more money, use this and go to this bank. And she leaves that note for him and has the waitress give it to him. She takes off and goes to the place where these men distribute their goods. She goes straight to the building. Before she walks in, Deo, activate magnetic defense system. It's online. And remember, all she has is the hilt of a sword and sunglasses. She walks straight in. These guys by the door don't know what to make of it. So they just kind of let her through, completely stunned that someone is trying to walk in through the front door. She walks right up to the front guy and puts her foot up on the chair and goes, look, are you the distributor? So what if I am? What are you gonna do? Goons come out all over the place. No one's drawing any guns, no one's doing anything. Just 7 muscular men all around her now. One of them taps on the door, pulls the 2 guys in from the door. There are now 8 men around her, plus the man she's talking to. She smiles to herself. Look, this doesn't have to be anything. All I need is Lee to be out of his contract. That's it. You give me your word that he's out, and we're done. What if we want a piece of you instead? What if we want you to take his place? And what we have for you isn't like what Lee's doing. She looks down at him and smiles. You won't like what I'm about to do if it comes down to that. Guy sits back, leans back in his chair, pushes himself back a little. Maybe we do that. And he just looks to his goon, gives him a head nod. One of the guys from the door comes straight at her back, trying to get her in a headlock so she can't fight. He isn't able to get close to her. He immediately gets repelled by something. The guy at the desk looks and is shocked by one of his own goons getting deflected by walking towards her. He says, everyone, get her. And now she's in a fight with 9 people against her. She crouches down. She grabs at the hilt that's at her hip. She pulls and an entire sword appears from the hilt. This isn't like a normal sword. This isn't like a normal katana. It is translucent and vibrating as she's holding it in her hands. She swipes at 3 men that are standing right by her, and they begin to disintegrate in front of everyone else as they're screaming out in pain. Ah! The 5 men that were standing around, including the guy at the desk, now pull their guns and start opening fire on her. She just stands there. She's got a barrier that is bending anything around her. And she's actually hitting some of the other men with the ricochet. 2 more men are now down because of the ricocheted bullet shots that were aimed at her. She gets in there and she swipes at the other 3 men that are still standing. And now all that's left in the room is 2 guys wounded on the floor by their friend's friendly fire. And the guy at the desk, she puts her sword right in the desk. And as the desk begins disintegrating under her blade, she says, "Are you sure you don't want to talk about this more?" He says, "There's nothing to talk about, sweetheart. I wish I could make a deal. But if I did, I would be..." He doesn't even finish his sentence. She swipes the sword straight up through the desk, straight through this guy, bisecting him into 2 pieces. As the pieces begin to disintegrate there on the floor, she looks at the wounded guys and says, "What happened here tonight?" And they said, "We got shot by someone that came in here and they took whatever they wanted and left." She's like, "That's right. That's exactly what happened." She leaves. Deo, how much time is remaining? The project have accelerated in the time frame. Where you were had very good internet connection. It will be done shortly. Good. I'm done with this place. I think we've made a difference here. And if you like the story you heard here today, become a member of the Karath Crew.